In this episode, I'm going to show you why waiting until you are ready is the most expensive decision in your business without any pressure to hire anyone, including me. So you can stop paying for years you cannot get back. And I'm going to make this whole argument using a conversation you have already had. You have had it 100 times. You just had it from the other side. My name is Saeed Mohsen. I'm the founder of Boss Agents Academy. I help introverted and millennial real estate agents get predictable clients using AI and automation. I have sold over 1,000 homes in the last 12 years and trained over 1,500 agents in the last 5. If you want consistent clients without cold calling or buying leads, subscribe to the channel. Now let's dive in. Here is something I hear constantly from agents. I want to get a little better on my own first, then I will get help. Or the other versions, let me get my ducks in a row. Or I want to try organic before I spend on anything. Or I just need to be more consistent for a few months before I invest into a program. And I want to be straight with you. I respect this one, genuinely. It comes from a good place. You want to earn it. You don't want to be handed something. And that's not a character flaw, that is character. But look at what it actually does. You keep taking reps without anyone watching. And here is the thing about reps no one watches. They don't make you better. They make you consistent at whatever you are already doing wrong. 10,000 golf swings with a flaw in them doesn't fix the flaw. It makes you excellent at the flaw. Now it's automatic. Now it's harder to undo than if you had never swung at all. And you cannot see the flaw. Not because you're not smart, because you're the only person on earth who cannot watch you work. Then there is the money. And this is the part that gets missed by most agents. I talked to an agent who was spending $6,000 a month on buying leads. He generated 500 leads and closed 0 deals. When he got to me, he was 3 or 4 months away from bankruptcy. He wasn't lazy, that's the whole point. He was self directed. He spent more money teaching himself than coaching would have cost him, and he got nothing for it. Self reliance is not free, it has an invoice with no one's name on it. And the real cost is not even the money, it's the time. You can earn back the $5,000 you will never earn back this year. Money is recoverable, months are not. 12 months of teaching yourself at a $10,000 a month goal is $120,000 in tuition, paid to no one for a curriculum you wrote yourself while not knowing the material. And underneath all of it is a quiet kind of shame, feeling permanently behind, watching other agents with less experience move past you, solving problems that were solved a decade ago by someone who would happily just tell you the answer. If that sounds familiar, there is a better way. Now, here is the truth. You don't get better and get help. You get help, and that's how you get better. That order in your head is backwards, and that order is the whole problem. Let me ask you something first. If you could get better on your own, wouldn't you be better already? You have had months. Some of you even have had years. Alone was the plan, and this is where alone got you. This is not an insult. I'm not calling you lazy. You are clearly not. You have been grinding. It's just the data. You ran the experiment, you have the results. And think about what you are actually saying. You want to get better before you get help, but help is how people get better. That's like saying you will get in shape before you start working out. It sounds responsible, it's actually just a loop with no exit. Now, here is the part I promised you at the start. The conversation you have already had. You're talking to a seller and they say, I think I'm going to try selling it myself first. If it doesn't work out, I'll give you a call. You know exactly what happens next, don't you? They overprice it because they have no comps and they are emotional about the house. So it sits on the market, 2 weeks turn into 2 months, it goes stale, and now buyers are driving by assuming something is wrong with the house. Eventually they call you, and now you're not selling a fresh listing. You are saving a burned one. And what do you tell that seller every single time? You tell them the money you think you are saving is going to cost you more than hiring me would have. Not because you're not smart, because you cannot see what I see. And by the time you learn it, the window has already closed. You believe that. You say it with total conviction. You have said it 100 times to sellers. You have just never once applied it to yourself. You are the for sale by owner in your own business. And listen, everybody at the top has help. They are just quiet about it. Eric Schmidt ran Google. When someone told him he should get a coach, his honest first reaction was that he didn't need one. He was already the CEO of Google. He hired one anyway. He later called it the best advice he ever got. Atul Gawande is a surgeon at Harvard, decades of experience. He hired a coach to sit in his operating room and watch him work. His reasoning was simple. He would happily pay some kid out of college to fix his tennis serve. So why was it unthinkable to pay someone to watch him do surgery? Same question for you. You would hire a trainer for your body. Why not for the thing that feeds your family? Don't just take my word for it. Let me tell you where I was when I made this decision. I was broke. Not tight this month broke. I had no business results that justified spending money on anything. And I sold my wife's car for $1,500 to hire my first coach. I want you to sit with how unqualified I was for that decision. I had no track record, no pipeline, nothing to point at that said this was a smart use of money. I was objectively the least ready person in the room. Then a week later, I crashed my own car, totaled it. Now we had no cars and no money and a coaching deal. That was the moment to say, I told you so. You should have had waited until you were ready. But here is what happened. That coaching led to a listing appointment. That listing saved me. And the client I got that listing from sold me a car for $500 that was just sitting there at the house because their father passed away and he was driving that car. That year, I sold 35 houses because of getting help from that coaching. Now, here is why I'm telling you this. If I had waited until I got better on my own, I would have waited forever like I was waiting for 2 years without seeing results in my business. Because the thing that made me better was the coaching. Readiness was never the entry fee, commitment was. And it doesn't stop. I still get coaching. This year, I was actually on a coaching call on my own birthday because if it's a priority, I show up for myself. Coaching is not something you graduate into once you are good enough. It's something you use while you are still messy. And it's not just me. Todd Hasty in our academy spent 23 years in this business trying to figure it out himself. 23 years. He is smart. He is experienced. He was working hard. 6 months with guidance and a real system, and now he is consistently closing 3 to 5 deals every month. 23 years alone, then 6 months guided. I want you to just hold those two numbers next to each other. Then there is Hassan Khan. Hassan got laid off from his job as a data engineer, brand new to real estate. He had no experience to build on and nothing to get better at yet. He had every reason to say, let me learn the business first. He didn't. He followed a system immediately. He was open to mentorship. 19 deals closed in 5 months being in our academy. $50,000 in gross commission income. Fully organic with Facebook content, no paid ads. He skipped the getting better first phase entirely. That phase is optional for everyone. Most people just don't know that. One more, and it's my favorite. I had a client who was supposed to go live on Facebook right before he started to back out. He was not ready yet. He would rather practice first. I told him, the fact that you just said you need to practice, that is exactly why you have to do it now. Because that feeling, I need more time, is not information. It's just discomfort, wearing a suit, and pretending to be judgment. So here is what I want to take with you from this. You're not stubborn and you're not arrogant. Somewhere along the line, you were taught that needing help means you were not good enough. That figuring out alone is the most honorable way to do it. So you made self-reliance a rule, and the rule is turning your business into a cage. No one told you that every high performer on earth is coached by someone. They just don't announce it. And one last thing, name the moment you will be ready. What's the number? What is that milestone? What is that date? Go ahead. You cannot, because there isn't a time that you will fully be ready. No one's going to tap you on the shoulder and tell you it's time. Ready is not a stage you arrive at. It's a decision you make. You can make it today or you can make it 3 years from now. It's the same decision, but a very different price. So here is what to do next. First, subscribe to the channel. Every week I break down what's actually keeping agents stuck. Second, book your spot for my free live 2-hour workshop. The link is in the description. And I mean this. Go get better on your own with it. It's the whole system for free. You don't need a credit card. You don't need to get on a call. If self-directed is your style, then be self-directed with actual good material and information instead of guesswork. Third, if after you decide you would rather not spend another year guessing, book a strategy session with my team and we will look at where you are and see if the magnetic brand engine is a good fit for you and your business goals. It might not be, and that's a fine outcome for me. And drop a comment. What are you waiting to be ready for? Be very specific. I read every comment, and I would bet money you have been waiting longer than you realize. I'll see you on the next one.